Hi, friends. I'm going to do a collective reading for the Gemini full moon, which was exact this morning on November 27th. I'm not going to talk all that much about the astrology. I'm going to send out a newsletter later today. So if you're interested in hearing more technical details about the full moon through an astrological lens, you can sign up for my newsletter via the link in my bio. But let's look at this lunar energy through the tarot. So I had the theme of Mercury, Gemini, and the 11th house coming out. Mercury is the planetary ruler of the sign of Gemini. The 11th house is connected to our dreams, our visions, the groups and communities that we're a part of. Can be like our online communities too. So maybe there's an emphasis on those communities. The 11th house can also be friendships. And so similar to the collective reading I did yesterday, it does feel like there's an emphasis on friendship throughout this full moon. And I have the Strength card coming through, which is called Fortitude in this deck. We also have the 6 of Coins in reverse, and we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So I am feeling some pride, and I'm feeling maybe some tests of our strength and our kind of commitment to our values and to ourselves coming through. With the 6 of Coins reversed, sometimes this means that we might be pulling back our energy, noticing perhaps that we were like over giving in some type of energy or some type of area, and kind of pulling ourselves back and maybe setting boundaries. With the 9 of Swords reversed, this could come after a lot of anxiety, after a lot of maybe sleepless nights. Maybe there's been a lot of mental tension. Maybe you've been trying to make a decision about something in your life, and it feels like this week that anxiety may have peaked. We do have transits that are speaking to that, to heightened anxiety. But it could be that you're actually making the decision to kind of set down a burden or set down something that's been causing you a lot of stress. But let us get more information. So we have the Ace of Cups. This could be love related. This could be related to a relationship in your life that has been causing you stress, that you are needing to kind of, again, set boundaries or make some type of decision. And then with the 10 of Wands coming through, it does feel like you've sort of reached what feels like the end of a road after a lot of effort. And you're like, I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on taking care of myself, on kind of relieving my stress. And that might mean for some of you that you do decide to like push through and like finish a project, finish a work task, have a difficult conversation, do the thing that needs to be done in order to close out a chapter. Whereas for others of you, it feels like you're sort of backing out of something that you were committed to or something that you've invested a lot of time and energy into. It feels vague. We have the Ace of Swords reverse coming through. What else? And the Knight of Wands. So there could be a feeling of a lack of truth, honesty, or accountability. This could, again, be showing up in an important relationship, and I do see the 7 of Swords reversed on the bottom here. So there's a feeling of maybe avoidance, avoiding telling someone the truth, avoiding having a conversation if you feel like it's going to cause you more stress, or it could be the opposite, like someone else may be avoiding you. The Knight of Wands can be kind of an impulsive, not super mature energy. So there is this sort of like flighty vibe that can come through with Knight of Wands, where it's like, I'm drawn this way, I'll go where the wind blows me, like interested in having fun, but not super interested in like, buckling down per se. So with the Ace of Swords reversed, it feels like there is confusion, and it feels like maybe you're not being honest with yourself or with another person, or vice versa. Someone else is just like not being totally upfront with you. And again, with the 7 of Swords reversed, it could be that shifts. Like someone kind of comes out of a place of avoidance, or you do, and you decide to broach the topic that needs to be broached, to have the conversation. When we see the 7 of Swords upright, sometimes that means deception. Often, though, it just means avoidance. It could be that you're literally dealing with someone who is more avoidant in nature, and that's the way that they communicate, or it could be that you're more avoidant in nature. When we see reverse, sometimes that means like, all right, I've recognized the way that I'm behaving here, and I'm deciding to kind of like come out of the dark and to approach and to maybe repair if needed, maybe to offer some degree of closure, whatever the case is. Let's get one more word of information. The Three of Cups came out sideways, and this card did show up in the collective reading I posted yesterday, as well as our week ahead. So with it sideways, it feels like there could be a question around, again, friendship. Feels like a big theme here. Maybe that's been kind of the source of grief for some of you, or the source of stress has been friendships, maybe avoiding having conversations with friends that need to be had. This card can also be one of reunion. So for some of us, maybe like we were expecting to reunite with someone, or there was a feeling of maybe like plans shifting, or us hovering and trying to decide what move we're going to make, what step we're going to take. If some of you were like home in the past week, then there could have been this energy of maybe like reconnecting with people or not reconnecting with them. And I do see the Devil on the bottom of the deck, which to me is speaking of maybe like a sexual component to this. So yeah, we're all over the board here. One final message, the Three of Swords reversed. So some of you are healing. Some of you are coming off of a difficult situation, and you're deciding it's time to pull the swords out of your own heart and to maybe, again, step away, set boundaries, and make the decision to decide on yourself, to choose yourself, and to bring an end to something that's kind of caused you to go round and round, that's created a lot of confusion and stress. And this week, you're like calling it and saying that you don't want to further invest in something that's going to continue to drive you in that direction. And with the Hierophant reversed as our final card here, it feels like you're shaking up something. It's the shakeup of a commitment. It's overturning, rebelling against something that's just not working for you, and deciding that you're going to kind of set off and do your own thing. So the signs we have here, just for reflection, are Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo. We have Taurus, Capricorn, and it looks like that is it. So any of those signs might be relevant for those of you listening, and but this is just a collective message after all. So if it lands, it lands. All right. Again, you can find the link to sign up for my newsletter. I'll be talking more about the astrology of the moment, and also a reminder that my rates are increasing for readings on December 4th. So this is the last week to lock in my current rates. That applies to both live and recorded readings. So if you've been interested in getting a reading with me, you might want to book that sooner rather than later by this Sunday. And you can book live readings anytime in the next 60 days. You just have to book them by this Sunday in order to lock in my current rates. Recorded readings will go up on December 4th, on Monday. Take care, y'all. Happy full moon.